So this is the exoskeleton of what will soon be my robotic tails buddy. Minus a head. Nah, I didn't think I'd give him a head. We're just gonna leave him like this. A couple months ago, Cream moved in. Just kidding, I birthed her. Which has been good, especially helping out with editing. An outlet for when I get angry, something to yell at. But the company around here hasn't been great. This guy lacks brain cells. Meaningful interactions are rare. Can't imagine why. Sprigatito Pirate, he's a cool guy. We don't need him for today's video, there's no mention of piracy. But he can't see very well. That's literally the only reason Cream won't play with him. I don't think that's cool. And then this guy, I don't need to say anything about him. I could just use a few more brain cells around here. See what I'm saying? Where's your mouth? I told you to put your mouth on today. We're gonna give Tails here the ability to talk. Gonna put this speaker in him, program a whole chatbot for him, use one already made on an app. He's gotta fly, he's gotta be a little more interactive. These are Tails rails. See, this basement is divided into 3 different sections. There's this main workshop area where we create life. There's this spot over here, normally for if I have Nick over to record stuff. And then there's the second channel set up over here where I record stuff for Patter. What we're gonna do is attach a motor to these hanging rails. They'll mount on the ceiling and essentially ride over to all different setups. And Tails can hang from them. Can't really think of a less gruesome wording for that. Tails will be suspended. That sounds horrible too. No school? Ugh. Who would want that? This is the motor system I came up with. Essentially, Lego wheels on a differential. Got the rubber grip, soft outside so they can slide along nicely. And this, just kind of a way to keep it sturdy. It's got this secondary motor here, and this dude is actually gonna be a winch. So we can have him go up and down. Obviously, if he's flying, he doesn't want to be static at one height. Obviously, a lot of the engineers out there are saying, okay, well, how can he fly if he's just some fox? Well, Sega thought of that. He can fly because he has 2 tails, and when they spin fast enough, it creates inertia, kinetic energy that causes lift. So I've got another motor here. We're gonna have cables running all the way down to his body. This will spin the tails. He'll be so realistic that he will be actual Tails. He will be alive before we can put this pack of socks I got on him. We gotta fumble around getting all these electronics pretty much inside his head. So this is where things get a little bit gruesome. Cream, you may not want to be here for this. Just don't look for a minute. If anyone's ever wanted to dig in Tails' head before, it's gonna be a bit. I just ended up printing another head with no infill. Evil's Peter thought maybe he wouldn't have to mention this. He's also very stupid because it's entirely different colors. So we've got a door now that all the cables can go through. Now we just gotta get a speaker right here. This is the one. It's not too big, but like... Oh. Alright, we've successfully made the holes. Holes? Multiple holes? Uh-huh. I was gonna say you can look now, but you probably better not. There we go. Okay, less neck. It's fine on Cream. Here, you can look for a second. Because she's got like a scarf and clothes. Tails is gonna be a lot. Hey, looks to be about the right height. The right height is taller than Cream. Now Cream is not like lore accurate height. This guy is not lore accurate height. But I need Tails to be lore accurate height relative to Cream, because that's the basis I'm going off. So if I continue to make an entire slew of friends, maybe every single Sonic character, all 2035, hopefully her size doesn't end up biting me in the butt. It's at this point that we just have to kind of got to start turning them into Tails, putting skin and fur and stuff. So I went to my local skin supplier. He got me a hunk of flesh taken off a local. We're doing yellow. And controversial because I like Tails being more orange personally, but Sega has decided. That'll be future Peter's problem to clean up, which means it'll be Cream's problem to cream. Now, one important aspect of Tails, it's in his name, is that he has ears. It's kind of like something in that realm. Now, I like the idea that Tails' ears are three-dimensional. If you look at most 3D models of them, you know, and give them a little edge to the ears. Oh no, everything's breaking! You guys still there? Did it hang up on you? Okay, we're good, we're good. Whew, I thought I lost you there. That would have been really scary. Ooh. It's supposed to be Sonic, it's not a My Hero Academia thing. Cream! Smile. Okay, you can probably look at this point. I think that'd probably be fine. This is actually a cool little, like, plane or something. Idiots. It's Tails' ear. Have you been paying no attention? Well, if he wasn't already taller than Cream, he probably is now. Wouldn't we all love to have tall ears? So everyone thinks we're 7'10". Imagine all the compliments Grandma would give you. And thus begins the fur process. This will be the next 95% of this project. Now, one thing I wanted to do with this white fur is put little tufts in the ears. Sonic fans love the little tufts of fur, or like so I hear anyway. That's what I'm told. Do a little fur like this, little fur like this, you know. Okay, we got the hair, we got the shoes and the dress. Time for yellow, yes. Oh, actually, we gotta do mouth. Time for more white, yay. This bit is extremely satisfying. Just going along the seams. Just like a cowboy. Free. Wow. Big iron on his hip. Was a iron on his hip. There was a big iron on his hip. The iron itself was on his hip. Yay. Says. This section I call getting cheeky. It's the section where we do the cheek. Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting tired. It's almost 10. Sprigatito Pyro, why'd you make that noise? And why are you here? Because, you... Alright, now... One big thing that Tails is known for that we have to add, it's even in his name, is the hair right here. Bunch of bananas done. Sprigatito explained why this is pirating from Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. Alright, head done. He's even got his little poop chute. Like, you know, in old-timey shows, people wear those pajamas and they got the little thing in the back so they can... Yeah, you guys get a coinage, you're gonna be best friends. You're going to be jealous because you can see more than you. We're going to take an intermission to use a skill set that I haven't used in many, many years. But somewhere in this storage area, I still have a friend I haven't seen since the cows were green. Because we have to make his tails. One of my worst fears is making a bad plushie. Man, would that suck. It's gonna be something kind of like that. This is actually what really defines the shape of it. Ew, this is all like gross. It looks like a platypus tongue. There's no way you'll make this into a good-looking... What? I'm disintegrating into bits! Nothing like a man making his boy. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of effort. Maybe 9 hours on camera, probably 48 plus off camera, just to construct him. You can bet your worry warts that most of my meals during this project were just bread products in the air fryer so I could get back to construction. Times like this, it's great to have a fast, easy, yummy way to get the vitamins and nutrients to keep my energy up. These are Groons, an 8 gummy per day packet that has 20 plus vitamins and minerals and 60 plus whole food ingredients. It's a lot more than the generic multivitamins. Besides supporting this project by being our sponsor, they also support my life force itself. You take 8 pretty good tasting gummies a day, because it's a bit more realistic to pack all those nutrients and ingredients into this amount instead of an all-in-one, like, tiny bite like other companies. It's a mixture of a multivitamin, greens gummy, and a probiotic all in one. And it also has 100% of everything that you need instead of 500% like a bunch of other nutrition supplements, because when you need a certain amount of something, you don't need 5 times that certain amount of something. With Groons, you actually absorb what you're paying for. I personally don't know much about what periodic elements I need to be taking per day or much about nutrition in general, but I do know that without these, I was definitely not getting enough very important nutrients a day. And now I definitely am getting 100% of everything listed here. It's an obvious step up either way. Check out Groons using my link below to make a healthier tomorrow for yourself. And thanks to sponsors like them for supporting and helping making this content possible. Oh man, that was me just a few days ago. To be young again. And just like that, I made a sock. It's actually really great. Wow, I did it. The tip of his tail is white, the tip of his tail is white, the tip of his tail is white. The voices in my head are reminding me that the tip of his tail is white. Boom, stuffed. Kind of look like fish. Look, I got a bass.
Super big!
Hey there, it's Peter currently editing this, and I kind of got sick of this section where I'm making it, and I like when there's a grand reveal, so we're just going to skip to the part where it's done so we can finally hang out with this guy. And I also edited myself in the background, just so it wouldn't seem lazy. And I'm also crouched down because the camera doesn't have a wide enough lens for me to stand up and still be in front of the green screen. Here's a quote from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. It's like we always say, the customer is always wit. And you guys can look now. If you see the vision, you see the vision. All right, this is it. Details on the tails. Fully completed. Socks, shoes, gloves, glove, puff, cuff things. A lot of the face fur, chest fur. Actually, I trimmed it myself with some scissors. Another Sonic character from the comics. Turned out accurate. I'm pretty happy with this. I think they look pretty good. I even kept the Nautica branding and all that, so chest speaker stays in pretty good. Overall, quite happy with it. Cream's a little tipsy. She's been drinking orange juice. Pleased to meet you. That's what I'm saying, me personally. This is a moment that will change history within this basement, or at least the parts of it that his rails can go. And speaking of Tails rails, before we can get all his mechanics going for the rail system, it just has to be put up. And now let's build with neither of these things. Just look kind of cool. Okay, so working on the rail system a little bit. I gotta get this mechanism working first so we can travel along it. It's gonna be lifting up a lot of weight, no offense, sir. Don't look at me like that. I gotta rework it, and I wish I had a smart friend around who could, like, help. Give me advice. Someone who knows a lot about, chaos control and weight distribution. Again, don't look at me like that. Alright, Tails, can you hear me okay? Did I make your ears correct?
I can hear you loudly and clearly.
Hey, my man, nice to meet you, sir. Put her here.
Nice to meet you too. I've never used this voice communication thing before.
It's called mouth. So, have you met Cream? I'm having an issue with this gear system I'm building. I'm hoping you can help me with it.
A new system? Sure, I can run a new system. What kind of system are you building?
a gear system.
I'm confused. What do you mean years?
So if I'm building a winch, if I have a small gear...
You're building a wimp? Oh, a winch. What do you need a winch?
Yeah. If I have a big gear spinning a little gear, does that provide more torque or more high speed?
If you have a small motor connected to a small gear, and that small gear is then connected to a larger gear, the bigger the size difference between the two gears, the more torque the system will produce. But keep in mind, there is a trade-off.
That sounds very creepy. Thank you very much. Okay, well, I'm going to try to build this then.
Creepy? You're welcome, and okay, goodbye.
You don't have to leave. So after this point, I got the little Lego thing together. Ended up being a piece of crap, kept breaking. I had to reiterate it like 6 times over the course of 6 days. I spent like $30 on these little Lego plow trucks just to get these little mini gears because I needed them. I couldn't wait for shipping. This whole big thing. Ended up being worthless. Ouch, that hurt Bigger Me's head. So I redesigned the entire thing as just a 3D print so it actually held together instead of snapping and breaking and cracking. Bigger gears, better ratios, better weight distribution, all that. Just overall way more stable. I also painted the rails on the ceiling. So now look at that. Tails of Fox flying around my basement. I made a second tail for him as well. One that's a little bit lighter that can actually spin and look like a spinning tail, and it automatically spins when he's moving on the winch system. It's pretty good. Obviously the lift to get him up does need a little help. I could have made another 3 gear ratio and the entire winch thing could have been like twice the size. I could also, there's just a magical button in Adobe to just AI generate footage, so I could have just faked it and media as a whole is dead. But I ended up pretty proud of it. It looks pretty good. He does pretty decent flying. He doesn't look like dead. That's all. That's it. I guess I'll probably do a cool thing now, because that's what people watch for. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Some father-son bonding time.
Father-son bonding time? Who's father and son?
You're adopted. Okay, so what do you guys think? You want to play Mario Kart, Smash Bros? What are we feeling?
Play which game, Mario Kart or Smash Bros? Mario Kart is my go-to, but I'm game for Smash Bros.
Have you ever played with Joy-Cons? Do you need like Smash Stick turned on, anything?
Yes, a few times. I'm not good at it, though.
Well, good luck, have fun.
What do you mean? You're gonna cream me?
Hey, she's right here. Who do you want to play as?
What language is that? Portuguese or something?
What character do you want to be in Smash Bros?
Let's go random characters. Spice it up a bit.
Okay, I like that. Sounds good.
Alright, let's do random stage as well.
I respect it. A man of chaos.
Alright, you ready to play?
Oh, I'm ready.
Alright, the rules are 2 stocks, no items, and no hazards.
Sure, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked random as well. I got Ganondorf.
Ganondorf.
Your Duck Hunt. We're playing right now. The game has started.
Okay, I love Duck Hunt. This'll be fun.
Okay. I just hit you off stage. You're hanging on the ledge. Jump up.
Jumps up. Crap. I forgot to up.
Hey, bro. Language, come on.
Hey, you can't say I can't swear. You're the one who's beating my ass.
Hey!
Come on, man. You don't gotta do me like this. I'm getting absolutely trounced.
Well, maybe if you were a better sport.
Stop talking in riddles and just admit that you're gonna beat me.
Yeah, I beat you.
Guys, you're gonna stalk me, aren't you?
You live here.
This isn't fair. How are you this good?
Well, mostly I was given opposable thumbs, moving fingers. Now, of course, respectively, I can admit that I didn't give you those, but if you're so smart, how come your fingers and your hands aren't working? Now, let's play something maybe a little bit less technical, a little more strategy-based.
No, you don't need to do this. I surrender. I'm beat, you win.
We can play Trivia Pursuit, though, right?
I can't beat you at Smash. Why would I be good at trivia?
Your tails.
Oh, what? Oh, what? You know what? I don't even want to play anymore.
Bro,
I give up.
Okay, you know what? I'll do you one better. We're gonna work together to play trivia. We're gonna be on a team.
We're going to work together?
Okay, nobody plays this game because it's dog water.
Welcome to Trivial Pursuit Live 2.
All right, is your brain warm? Is it ready for questions?
Yes, my brain is warm, and I am ready to answer questions.
All right, let's get it.
Next up is Science and Nature.
Who developed the law of magnetic induction?
If you're talking about Michael Faraday, then the answer is Michael Faraday.
Is that right?
Don't sound so shocked. You asked the question.
Hey, props. Good job. You got it right. That's pretty good.
That was a good question. I'm surprised I knew the answer.
Okay, it's a history question.
Great, bring it on. I'm a big history nerd.
Which ancient city, whose name translates as New Town, was founded by the Phoenicians of Tyre?
A new city founded by Biden? Tires? Now that's a tough one.
Not Biden!
Wait, so this is a city founded by a past president other than Biden?
Okay, we're moving on. Which of these countries has a ban on chewing gum? Is it the Netherlands, Singapore, Guatemala, or Germany?
It's definitely not Germany. I know they didn't ban anything. So that leaves us with the Netherlands, Singapore, or Guatemala.
You took too long. We're on a time limit.
Whew.
It was Singapore. You gotta answer faster, though, because we're on like a 10-second time limit, okay?
I'll try to answer more quickly.
Where does the Round Isle sailing race take place?
Round Isle stealing race? I don't know what you're talking about.
Sailing.
Could you clarify that question?
Sailing.
Sailing? Oh, I thought you said ceiling.
Yeah, I
Sailing
know.
is a very different question from ceiling.
Name some nocturnal animals.
Nocturnal animals. Let's see. Owls, bats, raccoons, skunks, possums, and porcupines.
Raccoons, okay. Hey, good one. Are wombats nocturnal?
Wombats aren't nocturnal. They're crepuscular. Active during dusk and dawn.
Wombats are nocturnal.
Are you sure? I thought wombats were crepuscular.
What does that mean? Is the pinafore a type of hat?
A type of act? What do you mean?
Hat!
Pat? What do you mean? You're not making any sense.
Don't call me Pat. My mom calls me Pat. Is pork pie a type of hat?
A type of hat? Pork pie is a kind of pastry, my guy.
All right, we're on the final round.
Okay, let's do this.
Just hype me up. Be my cheerleader. I'll answer him.
Okay, you can do it. Go, Yellow Lizard, go! You can do it, Yellow Lizard. You're doing great. You can answer any question that's thrown at you.
I'm winning. Keep going.
You're totally winning.
We only need one more wedge and we win.
All right, one last wave of encouragement for my man, Yellow Lizard. You can do it, my guy. Bring it home. You got this.
Miss.
Why do you call me Yellow Lizard?
Well, your username is Yellow Lizard.
Don't dox me, though. It gave him first place. It didn't give me my wedge, even though we both tied for it. I think. Or I'm wrong.
Yeah, we definitely won. We make a good team, don't we? And don't worry about the game not recognizing our victory. It doesn't matter as long as we know the truth.
Hey, thanks, man. You know, I could use a positive gaslighter once in a while. Anyway, let's do something else.
Sure thing. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night.
Okay. Oh, we're in the mystical realm of Chicken Cat, a wonderful place where you can see cut clips of me having conversations with Tails, podcasts once in a while, sometimes gameplay videos, and frequent updates between videos about how things are going, behind the scenes looks. Chicken Cat, for those of you who use brains out there, is actually my Patreon and YouTube memberships, and it's a big way that this channel keeps going. We've got a good community on there, and we can always use more for big projects like this. Diapers are expensive, and Tails poops a lot. I'm gonna float away now. In 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sonic the Hedgehog podcast. I'm your host, Sonic the Hedgehog. Here with me today is Tails. Say hello, Tails.
Okay, so we're starting the podcast. I'm going to start talking now.
Yep.
Hello to all you listeners out there. Thanks for tuning in.
So what's your favorite Sonic game? Which maybe one you grew up with, one you have nostalgia for? What are your thoughts?
My favorite sign? You mean like a zodiac sign? Mine is Taurus, I'm a bull. How about you?
Cancer. What's your favorite Sonic the Hedgehog video game?
My favorite song?
Wow, tough question.
I always been partial to Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. Plus, it reminds me of some great memories with friends and family.
That's good. Who's your family?
My mom's name is Angela, my dad's name is John, and my brother's names are Alex and Chris.
Is your family in any of the Sonic the Hedgehog video games?
In the Senate? No, my family isn't in the Senate. I've played a few of the Sonic video games before. They can be fun and challenging. I think Sonic Adventure 2 is my favorite. I love the fast-paced action and the variety of levels.
What is one childhood experience that stands out to you the most?
Well, there was the time my family and I took a road trip across the country. We spent 2 weeks driving from one coast to the other, stopping in different states along the way. How about you? Any standout events from your childhood?
No, none whatsoever. Has Sonic ever met the rest of your family?
Yeah, he's met my family a few times. They all think he's pretty cool, but my mom
who
gets
wouldn't?
worried when he comes over because he has a tendency to bring trouble with him.
Well, hey, I appreciate you coming onto the podcast here. We've had some very good discussions. What are some words of wisdom to leave our viewers with?
One piece of advice I have is to always stay true to yourself. It's easy to get caught up in trying to please others.
You said one piece.
One other thing I wanted to add is that
we're
it's
done.
important to always
No,
stay
we're
curious
done.
and open-minded.
All right, we're playing a fan game called Sonic and the Bounty Hunter here with Tails.
Okay, let's take a look at this fan game.
Sonic appears on screen. He says, "What is it this time? Eggman
Why
scheme?"
did you say, oh? What happened?
At least there's no
What is
bodies
he
of water
saying?
around. He's saying at least there's no bodies of water around.
That's strange. What's wrong with bodies of water?
Sonic doesn't like water? Have you ever met him?
Met who? I think you're losing me here.
I'm burning up here. But where is here anyway?
Where is who?
I'm playing a Sonic fan game. I'm reading you the text.
Okay,
Character called Evelyn popped on the screen. Are you familiar with Evelyn from Sonic the Hedgehog?
yes, Evelyn is a character from the Sonic the Hedgehog video game series. She's a robot created by Dr. Eggman. She first appeared in the game Sonic Adventure 2.
No, she didn't.
What do you mean?
Evelyn is definitely a real character in...
I'm being offered a dialogue option in a video game. Should I select the first one or the second one?
It entirely depends on what you want to do in the
No,
game.
I know,
or what
I'm
you're
asking
trying
your
to
opinion.
accomplish. I can't make a decision for you.
Well, you're gonna have to make a decision because we're playing the game. None of us know what's gonna happen, and we gotta keep playing it. We can't look it up ahead of time. We're not some Wikipediasts over here.
In that case, let's choose the first option and see what happens. We can always reload the game if necessary. What dialogue option is it?
Thanks, Tails. That's very true. Sorry I yelled at you. I didn't even read what it was.
No worries, it's all good. We're just playing a game and having some fun. What
Exactly.
was the dialogue option again?
Should we go to the bar, go to the well, or go to the house?
It depends on what you're trying to accomplish in the game and what you think is the best course of action.
Tails, I'm asking your opinion.
Let's go to the bar. So we're waiting for Knuckles at the bar.
No, he's at the bar.
I see. Knuckles is with us at the bar.
Can you talk to the audience for a bit and just, like, ramble about something while I click?
I can ramble for a bit while you click. Do you have something specific you'd like me to ramble about? Or should I just freestyle it?
Just freestyle it.
Okay, let me do some freestyle rambling. Let's see, what should I talk about?
Anything.
Have you ever thought about saving for retirement?
Yeah, that's tough.
It definitely can be tough to save for retirement, especially in today's economy. With so many financial demands and expenses, it can feel like you're just scraping by.
So, do you have any plans for your future?
I certainly hope to have a family someday, but I'm not quite ready for that yet.
What kind of people are you into for a potential relationship?
I'm not too picky. I value kindness, honesty, and a good sense of humor.
Okay, she's a 10 out of 10, but she picks her nose and rubs it on the back of furniture. Do you still marry her or not?
While physical habits like picking your nose and rubbing it on the back of your mouth are definitely not attractive, if I really loved this person and we had a strong emotional connection, I think I could look past the occasional gross habit.
Okay, what if she really hated foxes? She likes you, and she wants to marry you, but she hates foxes as a whole.
If my girlfriend's distaste for foxes was so strong that she refused to change, it would definitely be a deal breaker for me. One of the beliefs that I hold dear is the importance of community and cooperation. Foxes have lived in close-knit communities for generations. Recently, I found Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric to be a bit disappointing. The game had potential, but the technical issues and overall lack of polish really brought down the overall experience for me. While there were some interesting ideas and elements in the game...
Okay, shut up. I mean, I've never been one to get too judgmental, hairlines being something completely out of control, but... I mean, it is something I worry about a little bit. I don't want to look like...
Shout out to all our amazing Patreon and YouTube members who make our content possible. Your support means the world to us, and we couldn't do this without you. Thanks for being part of our community.
And of course, thanks so much for the support on the content and your continued viewership.
Sonic the Hedgehog is known for his witty one-liners, so here are a few words of wisdom inspired by him.
1. You're too slow.
Sonic the Hedgehog 91. 2. Speed is my game, and I always play to win.
Okay,
Sonic the Hedgehog,
alright,
Sonic
you're done.
Generations 3.
Stop. You can see this thing does struggle a little bit, so I'm just giving it a little help to get up there. I wanna fly,
What is it? Did you accidentally serious?
so I can fly, and I'm gonna fly some.
Another serious?
How do you feel, bud?
I'm feeling good.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. We're gonna see if we can't traverse you from one side of the room to the other using a rail system I built. It could result in your death.
What? Die? What do you mean I might die?
Yep, you're good. Don't worry about it. We're gonna take your tail off so you're lighter, because it doesn't spin anyway.
You want me to take off my tail?
Don't worry about it, dude.
Stop apologizing. Just tell me what's going on.
Be quiet!
No, I won't be quiet until you explain yourself. What's going on?
I'm giving you a ride.
Giving me a ride? What do you mean?
A ride! You're taking a ride!
Alright, that makes a bit more sense. But you could have just told me straight away.
I didn't. It's a little slow. Some of the gears are
Good to hear from you again.
grinding. Wow, is that ever cool, huh?
No.